This is section 12.1. We're going to look at the study guide. We're looking at solid figures. We're just going to read this right now. Prisms have two parallel faces called bases that are congruent polygons. The other faces are called lateral faces. Pyramids have a polygon for a base and triangles for sides. Prisms and pyramids are named by the shape of their bases. Let's think about that for a second here. I'm going to draw a few prisms. This is my first prism. It's called a triangular prism. Notice how we have triangles. These are called the bases because they're parallel to each other. And then the other shapes that we have here are rectangles. I have 3 rectangles. And those rectangles aren't parallel. But that's why this is a prism, because the bases are parallel and those lateral faces are rectangles. Now, we can draw a lot of prisms. For example, that was a triangular prism. Try your best to draw these. Keep in mind, I am a professional. You guys are not. It takes a lot of practice. This is a rectangular prism. Why is it a rectangular prism? Well, we have bases that are rectangles, and they're parallel to each other. And then look at the lateral faces. The lateral faces are rectangles. That's why it's a prism. It's a rectangular prism because the bases are also rectangles. Now, I can keep going with this. I could have a pentagonal prism. Again, I'm a professional. It's going to take time for you guys to learn how to draw something like that. But notice how the bases are pentagons. And see how they're parallel to each other? The lateral faces are rectangles. They're not necessarily parallel to each other. That's why it's a prism. Pentagonal prism because the bases are pentagons. Now, I can keep going doing this for every single base shape. I could have a hexagonal prism, a heptagonal prism, so on and so forth. We also have these other shapes that are called pyramids, and they're not prisms. Prisms have a top and a bottom, a floor and a ceiling. Pyramids don't. I'm going to find myself some space. I'm going to draw you some pyramids. Make sure you draw these as well. The first pyramid I'm going to draw is a triangular pyramid. It's a pyramid because it comes to a point. I have a floor and I don't have a ceiling. Pyramids have lateral faces that are triangles. Notice I got 1, 2, 3 lateral faces, and they're all triangles. What shape is my base? It's also a triangle. That's why it's a triangular pyramid. Prisms, your lateral faces are rectangles. Pyramids, your lateral faces are triangles. How many different types of pyramids are there? Well, there's one for every type of polygon. So for example, I could have a square pyramid. Notice how the base is a square, or it looks like a square. And your lateral faces are triangles. That's what makes it a pyramid. Keep practicing. This is a pentagonal pyramid. The base is a pentagon. Do you see it? The lateral faces are triangles. Okay? Now we can do that for every single type of polygon. We could have a hexagonal pyramid. We could have a heptagonal pyramid. All of those shapes exist. Okay? But that's the difference between a pyramid and a prism. Okay? Let's try some here. We're going to draw on some dot paper. We want a rectangular prism that is 2 units high, 5 units long, 3 units wide. So I'm going to go 3 units wide first. And I'm going to go 5 units long. And I need to go 2 units high. Then you just kind of connect as you go. And that's where you're at. Oh, we wanted 3 units wide. Son of a gun, I messed up. Well, you're probably going to do the same thing a lot. You're probably going to mess up a whole bunch. It's okay. That's why they make erasers. 3 units wide. 1, 2, 3. That looks better. 5 units long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that looks better for our base. Our height is still 2, and dang it, I'm off the freaking paper. Okay, that's why we make erasers. Let's erase again. This has been a lot of fun. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if this works better now. So there's your base. You got a height of 2, a height of 2, a height of 2, a height of 2, and then you can connect as you go. It's okay to erase a couple times. It's important to keep trying until you get it right. So notice how it took me a couple chances, and I'm a professional, remember. That's your rectangular prism. Do your best. Number 2, we want a pentagonal prism that is 3 units high. Okay. So I have to draw a pentagon for a base. And we need it to be 3 units high. And then you can connect to make your pentagon at the top. That's a prism because my lateral faces are rectangles. My bases are pentagons. Keep practicing. Number 3, we need a square pyramid with a base that's 4 units wide. All right, so I'm going to draw my base. Pretty sure that's 4 units. It is. So you might say to yourself, well, this doesn't look like a square. Yeah, it's tilted back, so you're looking at an angle. So if I took a square and tilted it up like that, that's what it would look like. Now we need a square pyramid. We got the base that's 4 units wide. I just need to come up with a good place to put my triangles. Maybe something like this would work. Okay, it's a pyramid because the lateral faces are triangles. The base is a square. Keep practicing. Okay, let's name these solids. These are three-dimensional solids. Number 5, this is a triangular because my bases are triangles. And it's a prism because I have rectangular lateral faces. Okay, so number 4 and number 6 we did not talk about on this worksheet. But this is what's called a cylinder. It looks like a can, if that makes sense. Maybe like a can of corn, a can of beans. Number 6, that's called a cone. Looks like an ice cream cone. A cylinder and a cone are not prisms. They're not pyramids. They're just solids. They're kind of out on their own. They're cylinders and cones. A triangular prism is also considered a polyhedron. We're going to use that term a lot. Polyhedrons are made with polygons. Notice how the cylinder is not made with polygons. The cone is not made with polygons. So these are not polyhedrons. So this guy's not a polyhedron, this guy's not a polyhedron.